y'all, today I'm sharing our pumpkin roll recipe. I was intimidated by this for a really long time, but I finally got the courage to try it and it was so easy and it looks so impressive. It definitely has the wow factor in both the presentation and the flavor. To start, we're going to mix all of our dry ingredients together. We need 3/4 of a cup of flour, a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking powder, and 3½ teaspoons of pumpkin spice. I have a video showing how to make that homemade if you'd like to check that out. Now to a mixing bowl, we're going to add 3 eggs and 1 cup of sugar, and we're going to beat that until it's really thick. Mine took about 1 to 2 minutes. Now that that's nice and thick, we're going to mix in 2/3 of a cup of pumpkin puree as well as a teaspoon of lemon juice. Then add in the dry ingredients and fold them in. I used the mixer on really low for just a few seconds and then folded it in the rest of the way. Now line your jelly roll pan with foil and grease it. I find it's best to use a silicone brush and get up on the sides because that's where mine like to stick the most. And then pour your batter in, trying to get this as even as possible. Make sure you don't have any spots that are too low because you want this all even so it doesn't crack. Then I bake it at 325 for 15 minutes in my little air fryer, but your baking time may vary depending upon the appliance that you're using. While that's baking, I like to prep my towel with powdered sugar, and I've found that it is a lot easier to do this if you use a towel with the design. If you're doing this on a white towel, it is really hard to tell where you've missed the powdered sugar or not. So I do it this way and just cover up the design with the powdered sugar, and I end up using about 1/2 cup. Now the cake is done. To test this, you want to press on it, and if it springs back when you touch it, you know that it's done. Immediately turn the cake out onto the towel and carefully peel off the paper. Starting at the narrow end, roll the cake and the towel up together, and this is just training your cake to keep this roll shape. And once you've done that, just put it on a cooling rack until it is completely cool. While the cake is cooling, we're going to make the filling. We need to take a block of cream cheese and 4 tablespoons of butter, and using the whisk attachment, whisk that up until it's really smooth. I like to scrape the sides and add a teaspoon of vanilla, a pinch of salt, and 1½ cups of powdered sugar. And on the low setting, mix it up, and once it gets mixed in, you can crank it up higher and mix that in until it's really nice and creamy. Once the cake has completely cooled, unroll it, and you can see how it wants to keep that roll shape. Now add in your filling, and I like to put more filling towards that first roll, and I keep about 1/2 inch from the other end, and don't put filling there because if you put filling there, it'll just be too much and ooze out everywhere and be a big mess. Once you have a nice thick layer of filling, roll it back up and place it on the serving dish, and if you want, you can cut the ends off to make it look even nicer. If yours happens to crack or something like that, it's fine. You'll learn as you go and get better each time you make it, and even if that happens, it still tastes amazing. If you have a gathering or function that you need to take a dessert to, consider taking this, especially when people ask and you can say that you made it. People are blown away because it looks so nice, and this also stays fresh for days and goes great with a glass of coffee, tea, or milk. We hope y'all enjoy this recipe as much as we do. The recipe and the link to a printable version of the recipe will be in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye!